Hi guys, I'm here to show you how I put together a page kit. So if I am wanting to put together a page kit using stuff from my stash or using multiple collections, I'm going to kind of walk you through that process. Sometimes when I scrapbook, I use a Happy Scrappy bag, which I purchased from my little scrapbook store, and it's basically all the contents of one collection. But in this case, I decided I wanted to mix up some collections, and I'm going to just walk through my process of what I do to kind of to do that, to create that. If this is something you enjoy, hit that like button and leave me a comment below, and I will maybe put together some more of these videos. But I love these album sleeves. They're 13 by 13 and they're super cheap. I think they're $7.99 for 25 of them on Amazon. And if you're interested in these, let me know and I will send you a link. But it fits everything. So I gathered all my papers. I also have these little passport holders, which I love to use for these kits. I use them to store small stamp sets. I use them to store embellishments in kits like this, and then I started putting my photos in them just to protect them as well. So let me first start with my photo. My main photo is going to be this one, and then I am going to do a complimentary page with some remaining photos. But right now we're just going to focus on the single page with the one photo. Now, the first thing I thought of when I look at my photo is, what were we doing? We were at a Post Malone concert, one of his first country concerts. And so I had already decided I was going to put a little bit of a country spin on this layout, because one of the things I pulled was this stamp set from Catherine Pooler with all the cowboy boots and stuff and the dies. So the first paper I thought of as I was looking through collections, and I know what I have. So I'm really good, even though I have a ton of stuff, I'm really good at knowing what I have. And so I knew that the colors from the Coast to Coast collection from American Crafts would go really well with these colors. So that is where I started. So I first pulled out this paper, and I love this rusty paper with the little daisies on them, and I just think it goes really well with that, and it feels country to me. And so I knew I wanted to use that, so I pulled that out first. And then usually I try to pull a couple other of papers from the same collection, or at least the same manufacturer. So I pulled out this aqua minty color pattern, and then this pink one. So I love that already. Even if all I had were those three papers, I would be super happy. So that's what I'm going to start with. Those are going to be kind of like my first papers. Then I was going through some of my stuff, and I found this paper, which is a Simple Stories paper from the Let's Go collection. And I thought, oh man, that really brings in all of those colors like perfectly. So I brought that in. Now, I don't know 100% if I'm going to use all of these papers, but we're just going to pull them together just in case. So there's that. The one thing that I'm drawn away from with this is that super creamy background. This is cream based as well, but that's the only reason why I might not choose that one in the end, but I'm going to pull it anyway. So then I decided to pull some Heidi Swapp Sun Chaser, because now I would not use these two together. Okay, I'm just going to put that out there. But if I do want to pull a multicolor paper in, I'm going to use one of these. I don't know if it'll be the stars or if it will be this one, but as you can see, that one goes really well also. So I pulled that. I only had the 6x8 of that, but that will work. This is also from that Heidi Swap collection, and I just thought the colors went well if I needed a journaling card or even to back photos with some of these. And I also pulled this heart paper. Now again, I would never use these 3 pattern papers together, but when I sit down to start creating, I will pick one of these 3 most likely to pull my colors together. As I'm looking at this, it probably won't be the heart paper, but since I already pulled it, I'm going to keep it with the collection anyway. Then there's this paper, and I love it. To me, this looks retro, but I also feel like it could totally be a country vibe. Look at that with those 3. This is from Pretty Little Studio, and I don't recall. Good vibes, good vibes. And this is what's on the back. Would not use that. It's definitely too bright, but look at that with those, like even those papers together. And then if I wanted to pull in a little bit more color, I'm kind of feeling this right now. So this may be where I go, but I'm going to leave these other pages in my kit just in case. So then I, just rummaging through stuff, I came across this floral. Now this may seem very unexpected, but the colors, some of the colors, not all of them, the pinks definitely work, the greens, the yellows probably, and they're vellum, so they're going to be super muted. So I brought those in to possibly fussy cut. And then for my embellishments, I'll pull this one out. I just think, oh, I'm super excited. I'm going to pull these out because these are probably where I'm going. I first started with the embellishments from the Coast to Coast collection. And then I went to each collection that I pulled and looked for embellishments. So I have this. It says, remember this. This says playlist. I thought we could list some of the songs. These are all from, what's that? What did I say? Coast to Coast, which is actually a travel collection. So don't discount, travel collections for being used for other things. I love these florals, and these florals are what drew me in to pull some more florals in this vellum. Okay, next I had already cut these stars out of some Heidi Swap paper from that same collection as this one. So I thought, well, I'm going to pull those. Those just came from my stash, and the colors are perfect. So I've got all of those that I will most likely use. Then I pulled out, I thought Simple Stories would be a good, they have good colors that might match some of these. So I went into some of my Simple Stories collections, and I found my Bro & Co collection had this guitar and then this banner that says awesome, and then this one that says live life out loud, and I love all of those. And finally, wait, this one is also from the Coast to Coast, I believe. I also found these corduroy hearts, which were from the Cocoa Vanilla collection that these florals came from. And then finally, I pulled some stickers from the Heidi Swap Sun Chaser. These are just some vellum word stickers, some more vellum stickers. They're see-through. I don't know that they're called vellum, but they're kind of see-through. And then some of these for just layering up, because as you can see, the colors are just perfect. So that is how I pulled out my kit. And I also, I had a branding strip, so I thought I would pull that out as well. And then I also pulled out some stamps and dies that I think I might be able to use or could use on this layout. I don't have any direction as far as where the layout's gonna go. I'm not scrap lifting. I haven't even figured out what I'm gonna do yet for the actual layout, but I have my kit ready, and you will find this layout is going to be created for the My Little Scrapbook Store YouTube hop that we are going to do on National Scrapbook Day, which I think is in the first part of May. I don't know if it's May 4th or May 5th or some part in early May. But I wanted to put together the kit for you and show you what I'm going to use. And then you can come back when you see the My Little Scrapbook Store hop and see what I did with it. But look at how awesome this all stores in here. And then I just can put it on my shelf. But these are the dies. This is a really cool floral die that I thought I might be able to use. This is the Catherine Pooler die I was showing you earlier. Since we were at a concert, I thought the Sizzix and 49 Market ticket die would be useful. And then I may pull out, this is one of my favorites, the one of the Sunburst dies from Sizzix and 49 Market. So stay tuned to see what I do with this kit. And if you like videos like this with putting together a kit, let me know in the comments, because if I get enough responses of people who enjoy this type of layout or type of video, I will start putting together some more, or filming my kits, because lately I've really been enjoying when I'm not really feeling creative or feeling like crafting, I will come in my room and just pull out my photos, and I've been starting to put together little page kits so that when I do feel like scrapbooking, I can come in and not think about it, and I can just come in, grab a kit, and get started. So I hope y'all have a wonderful day. I will leave any links to products that I showed here that might be available in the shop below. And if you're not a customer of My Little Scrapbook Store yet, you can use my code. It's TISAREF, and that will save you 10% on your entire first order. And also, join our Facebook group, because we do lots of challenges every month. We do lots of lives with all of the designers, and you'll also get more information on that YouTube hop that is coming up. All right, guys, have a wonderful day. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.